Hello, everybody. Good evening and welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, Rob Lee. Have we got a special going on for you tonight? Going to let some people start kicking in. If you are on Facebook, make sure you click that Let StreamYard link to your account so we can see who you are when you're asking questions. So we're going to let people keep coming in. And we'll start from there. We're going to have some good time tonight. I hope you brought your own spirits. I did. We're going to keep going. Christina, and I will let you start. And when I say we're going to bring Rocky in, just click on Rocky, okay? And you'll put and when I say, and just click add to stream, okay? So welcome. People are starting to come into the lobby. Come on in, have a seat, bring your drinks with you. We are getting some things ready to go. We are going to have a good time tonight, folks. We are doing something different. We've got a special guest and tonight's special show, and I think we're going to start doing this once or twice a month because this is just too good and too much fun. And see, Facebook user, happy Saturday. But if you would link to StreamYards, then I could see who you are. So Facebook user who typed happy Saturday, link to StreamYards, go out, come back in, hit that link, and we'll be able to see who you are. So I've got my wife with me tonight. People are starting to come in. We got 12 people in at least already. So Bridget is there. Ola, remember you can click on these people and we can see what's going on. So, so hope everyone is warm. It is warm down here. We had to drop the AC here in sunny Florida because it was getting hot. But so with no further ado, welcome to Wine and Spirit Night with our special guest, Rocky DeGotti. I want to bring her in and everybody say hello. Jasmine, hi, how are you? We are going to start. Rocky and I are ready. We told you, I posted, make sure you have your wine with you. And we are both very prepared. She has a bottle. My wife is sitting next to me helping on clicking, so I don't have to pay attention to both. Plus, when I've got this much sangria, life could get complicated. But if anything else, we're going to have fun. So tonight, let me tell you a little bit about Rocky. One of the things, if you'll go to banners and click on her Darker Art Studio, I want people to see. You can reach Rocky at www.darkerartsstudio. And one of the things that Rocky does that is really cool, she reads tarot, does things, you can book sessions or whatnot, but she has some awesome freaking jewelry, and some of it she's wearing tonight. Rocky, the piece on your chest, tell us about that. She makes this stuff. What is that?
This is a human cervical vertebrae. It's about a C3 that has a piece of red Colorado jade in it.
Wow.
And the hat band, which is a custom piece, is also a human cervical vertebrae with the red jade. And I do custom work. There's a variety of pieces offered for sale on the site. You can always click email if you have something custom in mind. And I call it the lovely bones. There's lots of cool bones. I exclusively deal in human bone jewelry.
That's awesome.
All bones are legally and ethically sourced.
Yeah, except I asked her where she got them from, and she said the one she was wearing was from the last guy who asked that question. Go ahead and scroll through some of our comments. Let's see what we got. Somebody, Facebook user, is calling out Rocky, saying, hi, Facebook user, we don't know who you are. Connect to StreamYards, and don't be afraid to click on them. Just click on them. Click on the Facebook user. There you go. My wife's warming up. Click on everything you can. Don't worry about it. She's going to help us out here tonight. So Rosie B, hey, Jay, what's happening? Jay Mata from Spiritually Raw, guys. He's in the house. Rosie B, thank you. Already had my wine tonight. It's past 1 a.m. here. All right. So had that. Also had my hemp works, took my coffee berry. Doing my hemp works thing helps me gain focus, helps me gain things. So Darker Art Studio for Rocky, go ahead. And folks, check out my hempworks.com site. Hempworks.com/tarot with an attitude, all kinds of products there. Mantra products, things that have THC, things that don't. There are so many different things there. and we will get going from there. But as I always want to do, Kathy Hartman, my sister in the house, very good. Glad you're here, Kathy. Kathy with the K. Some of my favorite strong supporters. I love you guys very much. Hey, Lori, go into the post and put that up so people can see how to do it. There we are. Lori, go into the post and click on StreamYard. Give them the okay to see your comments. That's what we need, or we can't see who you are. So we know one of them is Lori. Thank you very much. See, I wasn't a detective for no reason at all, guys. I'm sharp. All right. So one of the things I want to do is I always start when I'm reading is I start with a prayer. So everybody bear with me. Heavenly Father, Mother, Spirit, divine guides, heavenly angels, those that are wrapped around us, make sure the messages that are coming through tonight come through from you and not from me. So mote it be. And here we go. Folks, Rocky was originally one of the original member of TAPS, the show you see on TV. But she was there before they went on TV. And I posted on a lot of things tonight. She's actually got some of the tools with her that they use, and y'all have seen them on TV. She's got a spirit box, and she's got an EMF meter. So the spirit box is there. We're actually going to ask some questions and see if some of the spirit guides or some of the things will actually come through so we can actually hear them speak. The EMF meter detects, I always screw this up, electromagnetic frequencies. Did I say that right?
Correct.
All right. And what does that do, Rocky?
Not a whole hell of a lot at the moment. It is a common phenomenon that when spirit or suspected spirit activity is present, that electromagnetic fields will either dramatically raise, dramatically drop, and the EMF meter, you can see that it's currently set at 0, will spike when something is happening, about to happen, when there's a presence in your area. This one is not terrifically sensitive. If people are looking to invest in some of the tools of the trade and they are looking for an EMF meter, an electromagnetic radiation detector is another term, same animal. The one that's got the rainbow lights is the most. Yeah. This is an older model, but it has done its thing.
Oh, cool. So a lot of times when we see that, it's not uncommon for it to be at 0 and read nothing. Okay. Howdy, Rocky. Awesome hat. I have a couple of questions first. So we'll get to your questions in just a minute, Facebook user. Good evening, Miss Peggy. How are you? And it's good to see you, Miss Peggy, from the Witch's Broom and from Tarot with an Attitude group. Love to see it. Again, Rocky does darkerartstudio.com. Peggy, you would love some of Rocky's work. That's human cervical vertebrae on top of her hat there. She works exclusively in human bones, and they are all legally gotten. So let's get started here. So on the EMF meter tonight, is there anything reading right now or present?
Moments ago, it was clicking, and it went to a 5.
Wow. Okay, so things are passing through. All right. Right now we're at a 0. All right. So what we're going to ask is then let's start asking some questions. Are there any spirits here in the house that are with me that will move back and forth between me and Rocky that want to talk, that want to say hello, have a message for people that are in our audience or things like that? Let's see if we can get some EMF activity, people moving back and forth. Rocky does do some mediumship work, and these are going to be cool. And then we're going to bring the tarot cards in. Rocky's going to read tarot. She brought in several decks. I have all kinds of decks laid out in front of me. So, Dan Button, how do I know which guides are with me? I feel like I know sometimes, but I am supposed to. Who's with me now? Rocky, why don't you start with this one?
There's a lot of guides to everybody can be very open to interpretation. How I can tell, and I can only really speak from my own experience, I don't know you guys. How I can tell is, believe it or not, smell.
Okay.
I have a very strong olfactory sense. I know that when there's certain smells. One of them, and your wife may start laughing. One of them is when I smell like the heavy stench of cigarettes and beer. That's my dad.
Okay.
And white shoulders. That's my Aunt Ann. I mean, I have an olfactory response. That may not be for everyone, but I think there's something outside of your visual, outside of just your sense. There's going to be, I believe, another sense involved, whether you feel someone's touch that's familiar, whether you smell a perfume or a scent that brings that forth, whether you get goosebumps and things like that. To tell which one is which, I think there's subtleties that if you pay attention.
Right, and I agree with that. And who was asking that question again? Just scroll up.
I think it was here.
Scroll up. There we go. Oh, Facebook user. I don't know who it is.
Brigitte.
One of the things that people need to understand about their guides, not always will they make their faces known. There are times I've had people have to tell me what my guides are, who they are, different things like that. But I knew they were there. I feel their presence. I can see a shape. I can see a figure. One's called Michael. Bridget helped me nail in one called Ishmael, is what we're going to call him. But all I ever saw was long, dark hair and very angelic type robes. And I just knew Ish. I couldn't get beyond it. So some of this is where we're at for everybody. So for you, I'm going to ask about I'm picking up, you have several guides and spirits around you. There's an angel there. So focusing in on one, I'm going to ask what the most prominent attribute is of one that's coming through, very male, that I'm getting. And their archetype, the moon. We have they are working with you on a subconscious level. They are helping you find balance between your tame side and your wild side. They are there to help you find a new path and in something you're kind of afraid of. But the moon is always there and letting you know that it's working underneath the surface. It's a mystery. The moon is a trickster. The moon is always working even when you don't see it. But the moon is very divine energy and very feminine energy. But this energy here that I'm getting with you right now is something that is working underneath the flow and to help you work with your subconscious. Bridget asked, Rocky, what's around your neck again? Show them again. And what is that?
That's a human C3, cervical vertebra.
There we go. So Bridget, there we go. Now, another thing to do to help identify who this is, I'm going to ask how you yourself work with them. And what I'm getting is the best step for you to work with your guides and know them. 6 of Wands, internal. It's time for you to move past some conflict. You have goals and passions, set those in place and realize you are an overcomer. There are things that you can do within yourself that are going to help you connect with these people. And I feel like leaving some of the logical world behind is going to help you connect. What do you think, Rocky?
I absolutely. And who are we speaking to?
That was our original. All we know is Facebook user at this point. So,
user, hi.
Yeah.
I'm getting actually something very, very specific on this. This is a teacher, and I mean that in the figurative, spiritual sense. I mean it in the literal sense. If the Facebook user could confirm. It's either a teacher or a coach that's passed. It's someone who's guided you for a very long time when they were alive. And if it's Cheryl, okay. Cheryl, did you have a
That's your Cheryl.
My Cheryl?
Yeah, you're Cheryl. Yours and Gillian's Cheryl. They know each other, right?
Yeah, I don't know that it's Cheryl.
Oh, okay. Well, it's Cheryl, Facebook user. It's Cheryl. Billy Cheryl. I'm assuming it's our Cheryl. So there we go. Scroll back up to Jasmine's question. I don't want to miss her right there. But go ahead and finish up. All right, Jasmine. For a few weeks now, I keep smelling cigarette smoke. I've been having that too, and I'm tossed between two people. I'm the only one that smells it. It started in my house, and now I smell it in my car, and it worked. Any idea who it might be? Rocky and I were just talking about this with somebody that sells cigarette. When she smells that, she knows it's her dad. I have somebody, it's either my grandfather on my mom's side, or it's a guy by the name of Donnie. And I keep leaning towards Donnie. And, that's, so think of somebody that you knew that has passed that has really strong cigarette smoke. Probably not an angel, unless it's an angel coming up for a breather from a very dark place. So that's where we're going. So what's Bridget got there? Curious if any of my people have a message. Rocky, what have you got for Bridget? Anybody having a message, or any of Bruce's people?
Well, let's try our spirit box.
Okay, this is going to be cool. All right.
Spirit box runs and scans frequencies and allows spirit to speak through.
So we want to ask right straight out for Bridget or Bruce, are there any messages? Is anybody here to talk with Bridget or Bruce that are actually physically here?
Who's here to talk with Bridget or Bruce? I am.
I heard something come through. All right. So is there a message? What do you want to, are you here for Bridget, or are you here for Bruce? So now they're going to go quiet. What's that?
They keep saying Timothy.
Timothy. Bridget, does that name mean anything? So we're going to have to see if things catch up. We're also running on a little bit of a lag. So while Bridget's catching up with Timothy, let's ask them, does Timothy have a message for Bridget or Bruce? Do they have a message? And what I'll do is I'm asking for things to pull close. I am going to use what's that? Go ahead.
I have a message for Bruce.
Okay.
I don't know if you can bring up, I don't see anything but what the feed will show me. But I have a message for Bruce. And
okay.
I don't think this makes any sense. It's not so bad, man. Wasn't your fault. Wasn't my fault. It's actually pretty cool. Always got your back. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense at all? So we might have to scroll down and watch. We'll kind of see what's going on. Timothy is my ex. So, I don't know what's going on with that or there. Let me have this, please. All right. Yeah, I can't. All right. So that's her ex. But Bruce, we need to find out if that makes any sense for Bruce. So with Bruce, everything's okay. I'm going to pull some cards and let's find out. Is Timothy your ex in spirit, or is he alive?
Ex in spirit or alive? He's still alive, isn't he, Bridget? And what I've got is a 4 of Wands. There's a new base. There's a new, the message is make sure you're establishing a good base in your dreams, your passions, your goals, that there are some new things. Like I know Bruce is going to school. So yeah, make sure you're putting down some good solid roots. Yes, Cheryl, the teacher makes sense. Getting back to some of it. The teacher makes sense. Yeah, you're Cheryl. That's it. Kathy Hartman, please share why you are wearing human bones. That's a good question.
I think they're beautiful. I think that bones are the great equalizer. First of all, I've always thought skeletons were beautiful. I'm originally from a little town in New England, and I grew up running around all the old cemeteries and all of those gravestones with the skulls and the wings, and absolutely loved skulls, wings, anything with a skeleton motif. And I'm also involved in medical science. So I think bones are beautiful. And when you think about it, There's a lot on the outside that differs, and a lot of people like to celebrate or venerate what's on the outside. On the inside, we're all bones.
Gotcha.
We're all,
Okay.
all
Kathy, I hope that answers your question. Tammy, I've never seen anyone, but I'm like Rocky. I smell cigarettes or chills. Right now, I'm cold, but not sure who this could be. Do you have any thoughts or message?
Tammy, if you're anywhere north of the Mason-Dixon line, it's because it's freaking cold.
Spiritual answer, sangria and white wine. So that's what you're going to, the answers are going to get cockier and cockier as the night goes on, folks. So there we go. Let me see what we've got here. I'll pull some cards.
And in all seriousness, just an aside, and it's not specifically to Tammy. One of the things we used to talk about at TAPS meetings, we used to meet at a little Warwick, Rhode Island. One of the things we used to say is, you know what? You don't want to see aardvarks around every corner.
Right.
You know, it's not everything is something. To paraphrase Freud, sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Right.
But, if it's cold and you're in the Northeast, because we're actively having an ice storm. It's 23 out there. The Florida.
I don't want to tell you what it is here. You'd be jealous.
The Florida, not really. Oh no. Anything over 63, basically have to marinate my own juices. So no.
All right. So Tammy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull an angel card for you. Queen of Ariel is coming out. Not sure that this could be. Do you have any thoughts or message? One of the message I've got, Queen of Ariel, mature, practical, generous, happy. Nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful, practical, and wise advice. So we've got a beautiful card here, Queen of Ariel. And this is all about the queen is being that master, the mistress of your own soul, your body, where you're at. Okay. Tammy's now Tammy, if you look, go to Bruce right there. Yep. All right. So as far as Bruce went, your message appears to be right on. Also, Bruce's message is good friend. Brian's anniversary just passed yesterday. So that's cool. Yeah. So he's letting Bruce know it's chill. Everything's good.
Yeah,
okay.
And I get and his message was that he has a little bit of guilt that he wants Bruce to let go of. You know, accidents are accidents. Sometimes it's almost like he's literally saying, I don't know if this sounds like shit happens.
Yeah.
Just shit happens.
Okay.
And he's somebody who's going to always look out for you. He's going to be added to your guide. But yeah, he's like, yeah, don't feel bad, man. Shit happens, you know?
Okay. So let's ask the spirit box this about, let's go into Tammy right below that. Just click on it. My ex is Timothy and he has passed. Let's ask the spirit box if this is Tammy's Timothy. Let's find out. This Timothy, is it there for Tammy?
Timothy, are you Timothy, are you here for Tammy? Yeah, for Tammy.
Okay, that's what we got. And I can hear a little bit. We're having a hard time hearing it. So let's go go. Just keep them in order. Don't keep scrolling around for me.
There was another question before this that I wanted to go to.
Okay. All right. So I can't wait to get bone jewelry from you also. Okay. So go to the question you wanted to go to. If you got a question, Gillian's helping me because there's a lot of questions coming in, folks, and she's doing absolutely the best she can. So what we're doing, just click on the question and stay there until we get off the question. That'll help you, help me, and everything else. So what's the meaning of a dream when you dream of a man you've never seen before? Stop going to the bar alone. Go ahead, Rocky. Go ahead.
Well, assuming it's more of a sort of God variety dream, not like a Cinemax After Dark dream. So, you know, but if it's more of the garden variety dream, and I think I'm going to disappoint some people with this answer, but Rob, I know you and I went to some of the same classes. Something interesting about your subconscious mind is your subconscious mind records faces and places that you may only have a glimpse of, that you may not recall you saw, that you can that's the eidetic part of your memory, where you can glance at a crowded subway platform in 1992, have a dream in 2021, and a face you've never seen before appears in the dream, could actually come from something your subconscious recorded in seeing a crowd of people. Now, I know that sounds awfully anticlimactic, but I believe in serendipity. If it is or it isn't the same person, maybe that's someone you should kind of keep in the middle file of your mind.
Exactly. I have no problem with that. Folks, every dream is not a message from God. Every dream is not to be interpreted. There is the scientific fact. We know from now that a functional MRI shows us our brain is awake and doing things when we are asleep. But one of the things that happens is the portion of our brain that can determine between illusion and reality, when we are in REM sleep, that portion of our brain goes to sleep. That's why dreams can seem so real. The dreams I want you to concentrate on a lot of times are when you're waking up more like scratching your head. What was that about? Yeah. Not, the dragons were flying over, a tank, and, that's just not too much wine and rain of fire at the same night, But so let's pull a card on that. We'll ask, okay. Is there anything?
I like to call those the Salvador Dali dreams.
Yeah. Those ones that take you into woo. And sometimes those are the ones you wake up remembering. Okay. And it's okay. Let them go. But so we have a question about who is this person that she keeps seeing and what does she need to know? One of the things I would say is when you're talking to spirit guides and to spirits, it's okay to make an appointment with them. So this is something that's important. Talk to your spirit guides, meditate during the day and say, on Friday, I want to know that I am coming with the intention to meet you, to greet you, to see you. They will not let you see beyond what they think you can handle or what you know at that time. So make those appointments and then keep the appointment because you might be surprised. So what I got here for you is actually the Seven of Pentacles. This is somebody that is telling you it's time to keep you're steady planting your garden. They're there to help you, but they want you to stop and reassess from time to time to make sure you're heading in the right direction. Okay? Hope that makes sense. This is somebody that's there to make sure you're checking back in and you're not just plowing ahead with all willy-nilly. So, Bruce, what's Bruce got for us here? Brian was supposed to come to dinner that night. He passed, and I thought he just flaked, and I did not call to check on him. I thought he just flaked on me. I always thought that if I had called him, I may have been able to help him. Bruce, buddy, that is not the case. Okay? That's just human guilt. Go ahead, Rocky.
In the words of Brian, shit happens. It was a fluke thing. He said, I don't think you could have helped. He does not want you to feel guilty. And I'm not entirely sure. I don't know you. I don't know the situation. And I'm sure there's lots of ins and outs, but hopefully that makes some sense and gives closure on the fact that he's always with you. He's your bro. He's your ride or die. And he did die, but he's still riding. And that you don't need to have guilt about that. It's just, can you almost hear him saying, oh man, come on, shit happens. Because that's
a good question. And Bruce, one of the things to help you heal over it, okay, is realize one of the cards I got here for you is meditation. Stop and think. We get in our own heads and we want to make sure, but they want you to sleep well, okay? They want you to understand shit happens. Life happens. It's not always our fault. There's not always something we can do about it. And Bruce, this is meditation in this card. The number is actually 3. So it's collaboration, and it's collaboration with mind, body, spirit. With you, I think it's mind, body, and Brian. And you need to understand it's okay. Rest easy. Nothing you did, nothing you could have done would have changed any of this. So where do you want us to go next, Gillian?
Also to Bruce, I'm really, really sorry you lost your friend. That's hard.
Absolutely. Tammy, I knew it. My daughter smells him on me. So that is Timothy.
Yeah.
That is Timothy. So very good. That's awesome. I'm glad we're connected. I have concerns about my grandson, Danny. Deborah, good evening. And some about my son, Jacob. Any suggestions? I am new to your show, Rob, and you touch me deep in my spirit. Thank you. Deborah, you're so welcome. I am so glad we do that. That's what we're here. And tonight, I'm trying to take a break from preaching, but I know I can get on my soapbox from time to time. That's why we added wine into the mix tonight. Wine, spirits, get it? Okay. So, grandson, Danny, and some about my son, Jacob. Any suggestions? All right. So, let's go here. All right. I'm trying to figure out. We're going to go to a little Earth Magic. This is the Earth Magic Oracle deck. And Deborah wants to know about the grandson and her son. What does she need to know? So let's go with Danny first. And folks, I'm not pushing a time zone tonight. We're going to do until Rocky and I just wear out, get drunk, and Jillian has to call me a cab because she cannot pick my ass up. It is just that simple. So whatever happens, we are going to have a good time. Folks, I tell you all the time, lighten up, have a good time, remember to live. This is one of those nights. Do it. We're here to ask your questions. I'm glad people are starting to ask questions. So I want to make sure I answer Ashley's question too. So that's a big question. Okay. So here we go. For your grandson, I have concerns about my grandson, Danny, and some about my son. Any suggestions? All right. So I'm asking, all right. Deborah, you might feel something with you. You may have already felt it and come and go. Things are moving back and forth, so we can kind of get things here. So here's what we've got. This is called Earth Magic. It's a great deck by Stephen Farmer. Okay. Rainbow. Blessings. I mean, this card is just awesome. What I'm getting is stop worrying so much. Okay. That's exactly what I'm getting. I'd love to hear what Rocky gets. But from this deck, I mean, it can't get much prettier than that. There are things that you cannot control. I don't know how old Danny is, but this was specifically about Danny. He's going to be okay. You can't hover. You can't do. There are some things, but blessings are coming your way. Manifest, think about, visualize what you want to see and make those things happen. But realize Danny is his own individual spirit. He is his own soul. You can't control this. And it's all our darlings, our babies, things like that. Man, that is what we get. Rocky, you got something about Danny?
Yeah. I'm getting, is he having a crisis right now? There's a lot of tension around this situation. My guides are telling me that it's a very tense situation. There's a little bit of a I don't want to say power struggle because that sounds dogmatic and violent, but I think there's a lot of people very concerned, and sometimes they work together and sometimes they butt heads.
Okay.
And while Deborah, Deborah is justifiably concerned about your son and your grandson, you got to step back. You got to do a little, like the card had said too, as well, is you got to kind of take your pause. I pulled a card for you from the Halloween Oracle, and the card for winter, and it's the sacredness of pausing. Sometimes you need to take a deep breath. Just because you pause doesn't mean you're no longer moving forward, but you're not moving backward either. You need to sometimes pause, center, reassess.
Exactly. And that's what I feel. There are things happening that are not in your control, and you have to let them be. And some of this you're going to have to let play out. Now, as far as I was asking about Jacob, this card came in reverse. So I personally feel this is about Jacob, either in and of himself or in and of yourself, and it's clouds and it's shape shifting. Things change. Things can change. Things will change. All right. So he's not locked into a certain pattern. He may have certain behaviors, but give things time. You put the spirit out there of what you want to manifest for them. Allow them to take their own path, and this can be, he can change. Things will shift, things will change. They always do. So, Rocky, anything extra on that?
There is a sacredness in change. I think there's some concerns about immediately stepping in, immediately changing this, and I understand, you know, that when, especially when it comes to family and you're a mama bear, you want to be in there. You just got to pause. Not everything is what they seem. Not everything's a done deal. Give it some air, let it breathe. And I think you'll find that you might find a way to a better position.
There you go. And I'm pulling a healing card for you. And that sleep, rest. No, it's showing blue, but the card is actually green. The card number is 32. 3 is collaboration. 2 is relationships. It's coming together. 5, passion. It's conflict and instability. Some of this stuff is going to be unstable for a while. You have to let it happen. You will come through it. Rest. Gather your senses. Be ready. You will know when it's your time. Step back and let some things happen is what I'm getting very strongly, very strongly. So, all right. So, Ocean, hi. What do my guides want me to know or look forward to? Thanks. Hey, Ocean, good evening. Good evening. Before we get started with Ocean, again, reminder, Rocky's place, so you can go see, yeah, right, that'd be a good idea. DarkerArtStudio.com. You can check out her awesome jewelry. She does readings, things as well. You can get her there. You can get me at tarotwithanattitude.com.
I also do video readings.
You do what?
Video readings.
Video readings. Cool. Yeah, I do mine online too. So if y'all need them, go ahead. And then you can reach me at tarotwithanattitude.com. And then the other big thing that I like and I want people to know is about my hempwork stuff. Took my coffee berry tonight. I was kind of running down. This is late show for us or whatnot. But man, I'm sharp. I'm alive, even with my homemade Gillian brand sangria. Thank you. Guys, if you can ever marry an ex-bartender, do it, okay? All I could say is do it. But check out the hempworks.com, Tarot with an Attitude. People are saying, somebody just commented before that you and I both were smaller than the last time we did this, that we have lost some weight. Congratulations. Folks, I'm telling you, mine absolutely comes from the Hempworks. I just eat less. I don't eat near as much through the day. It's no crazy diet. I have started to try to do more of a pescatarian thing, but if I want a hot dog, Big Boy's having a hot dog, okay? But I just don't need them as much.
How many pounds have you lost there, Big Boy?
Man, since the last time I weighed the other day, and it's only showing a few pounds, but right through here is where I can actually see it coming down, because when I was looking at old videos, it was like, you know, I look like a walrus. But but I'm a good looking damn walrus. I got to tell you, my wife's lucky. You know, she really is. Don't hit me.
You know, you didn't exactly get the fuzzy end of that lollipop.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't dream at all. Is something wrong? A lot of times you do dream, but you are not remembering it. That is okay. Those are a lot of the dreams. It proves everybody dreams. However, I want to ask you this, and now I'm going to slide a little clinical in there on you, Ashley. Are you waking up with headaches? Are you waking up gasping in the middle of the day?
Oh, yeah.
Folks, apnea is not a fat man's disease, okay? Apnea is huge. And one of the reasons, Ashley, do you feel fatigued all the time? Are you like great at driving, but if you sit at a light too long, you can catch yourself getting really deep down tired? My gut is telling me to tell you, go have a sleep study done. It is the absolutely only way to make sure that this is not something that's causing you a problem if you're having any of these other problems. So, Rocky, I know you wanted to say something.
I was going to say, absolutely get a sleep study done. Don't be intimidated by the ideas of things like sleep apnea. there are a lot of minimally invasive therapies that don't involve the mask on your face.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on with therapies like Inspire and therapies. I was all excited. I thought I was gonna get. You said people said that they saw that we lost weight.
Yeah, somebody actually posted it in there.
Can I tell my tea?
Sure, go ahead. There you go.
50 pounds.
50 pounds. Good for you. I think I'm down. I know since the last time we were I was well over 300. I think I was in the 315 range, and I was at 290 something this morning. So I'm down. I'm not down 50, but I'm down. I'm coming down. We laugh because if I'm not careful, I have to cinch my belt up even more and more. I'll be walking through the parking lot and I'll drop trowel right there because my pants are starting to fall off. So, there are certain people.
Party.
What's that?
You're that guy at the party.
Oh, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. If I get a chance to run naked through the sprinklers, this big ass is running naked through the sprinklers. That's me. Oh yeah. So Rosie, do I have any angels or others with me? Rosie, I can answer that question. Absolutely. Okay. Everybody, I believe, we came down when we started this life. We're spiritual beings having a human experience. We had already set up spirit guides before we came here. Okay. So yes, angels will go and come, and they're all different angels. There are things that will happen with you that you need to understand. Yes, they are with you, but this is the importance of meditation and being able to still your mind and being able to hear who they are. So Rocky, I'm going to let you go, and then I'm going to pull a card on the most prominent archetype of an angel. I got Michael. I mean, it just boom, it hit me really quick. Michael is there now, but there are others with you that are spirit guides. So, Rocky, go ahead, work on this one.
Hi, Rosie. I'm not sure. I don't know you. I should point that out. But you're talking about spirit guides. Everybody's philosophy can be a little bit different.
Yep.
Some people think of spirit guides can only be a sort of celestial being from above. Some theories are that it's people we knew in life that have transmigrated, and then they become our spirit guides. All cultures have a little bit of everything that does and doesn't fall into that category. But you're saying, do I have angels or spirit guides? I get the feeling that there's something very specific that you either wear or see every day. That's your grandmother's, and she's passed.
That's interesting.
And it has something. It's something floral. I don't know if it's a picture of flowers, if it's a smell of perfume. It's something like I can smell perfume.
Okay.
As I'm speaking about this, it's.
And that's funny because when pulling a card, I got the High Priestess. Okay. When I'm looking for the archetype, which is somebody with a lot of knowledge, and Rosie, and yeah. So I'm right there with Rocky on this. I think your grandmother's present a lot with you.
Very much so. In fact, I want to say that the meter's starting to peg.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, let's crack up the spirit box. Is Rosie's grandmother there?
Yeah, let's get the volume up.
Is Rosie's grandma with us? Are you there with Rocky? If you're with me, go see Rocky. This lady on there. Talk to us on that spirit box. And Gillian's going, she's there. Gillian just got crawling with goosebumps. And let me tell you something, my wife is very receptive.
Very much. Said, really?
Really?
Right. I'm riveted.
Rosie, is any of this making any sense to you? We would like to know. So you might have to put it in. I know we're operating on a lag. So we'll keep looking as we go through the comments and see what happens. So Rosie, I mean, yeah, we're both picking up grandmas there with you a lot, if that makes any sense. Okay. So we'll go from there. Bridget, I love that, coffee and rum chata. Good for you, girl. You go. Everybody should have some type of spirits if you drink. If you don't worry about it. Have iced tea, coffee. Huh? I don't know.
Cheryl's is a multi. It didn't come all the way through.
Okay, Cheryl. So Cheryl texted my wife. So along the lines of direction, do you see my new job becoming a career or just a blip on the continuum? Okay. What do you think about for Cheryl? Go ahead.
Cheryl, I don't know if Cheryl remembers me. If she does, that may not be good.
Have a drink.
It's been a long time since I've gotten to see the sisters Katie. I get the feeling, and this is how it is for me too. So I'm not in some sort of lofty, snarty way. I'm saying it in a sister kind of way. It's all a blip on a continuum. We all know people who start a job and stay there for their entire, can I use bad words?
Yeah, you can use bad words. Damn straight.
Oh my God, they're there for their whole fucking life. We know these.
Carol with an attitude for a reason, Rocky.
All right. My point is just like there are some people who meet somebody at 14 and stay for 21 years. The people who get out of school, get at their job, and retire 40 years later. Those are not our people. We are transient souls. We move, we grow, and that's important. People say, well, if I'm always going from job to job, then that just means there's something wrong. You grow, you change. So is it transient? I think so.
All right.
But not in a bad way, because each time you move, you pivot, you move up, you do different things, and it keeps you agile. It keeps you engaged.
Absolutely. But I'm really feeling for you, Cheryl. I got the Two of Cups, that this is a new partnership for you. I think you're going to be in this position for a while. I think in answer to the question, it's not just a blip on a radar. This is something you are going to become very attached to. So I see a joining of the water and the Two of Cups is about a pairing. So I think, and a pairing can be between a relationship between you and your work. So I'm seeing this as possibly being a long-term gig. So I hope that's what you want.
But not stagnant.
Not stagnant at all. Not stagnant. You will feel fulfilled from it. You will feel growth, and it might lead into other things.
I think it's one of those things, like it's not going to be the same thing for the next who knows how long.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. So we had a message. We had a thing from Rosie, right?
We had 2 follow-ups.
Oh, we had 2 follow-ups. Okay.
Deborah has a follow-up from Danny regarding Danny.
Okay.
Bring that up.
Go ahead and bring that up. Deborah, Danny has been seeing shadow people following him around, even on the road, traveling to and work from an unexplained death of animals around, and think it might be his wife with the attachments. Okay. Let me reread that again. Danny has been seeing shadow people following him around, even on the road, traveling to and from work, and unexplained death of animals around him, and think it may be his wife with the attachments. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. This is what I'm getting. And Deb, if you could confirm or deny. What I'm getting is that Danny's wife may have some sort of negative spiritual attachment. And I'm getting from what this message means is that from, I guess, surrounding her, and he's just observing the overflow. Animals die. There's shadow people being glimpsed. Couple of things to consider. Shadow people. Shadow people get a very bad rap. Sometimes it's something transient. It's passing through. You see it. It can be unnerving. Absolutely. But it may not everything you see has something to do with you. Sometimes you're more of a casual observer than you think. But if Danny's wife is having attachments that you feel might be of the negative variety, especially, I'm a little curious and would love a little more clarity about unexplained deaths of animals.
Right. That threw me too, because that's a big, that's a huge flag shot across the bow, things like that. So I am going to ask real quick, what do we need to know about the shadow people? What do we need to know? And I'm actually going to take a moment. Talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
But I just want to I want to get focused on this because, all right, here we go. What do we need to know about the shadow people? What do we need to know about the shadow people?
Well, sometimes, and I hate to say this like the Freud thing, but sometimes shadow people are just shadow people. It's something transient. You may have a glimpse of it moving from A to B, but it doesn't have anything to do with you.
Right.
It's like watching other people cross the street. They're strangers. They have nothing to do with you. They're just there in your space, and they're trying to get where they need to go.
Right. Exactly. Okay. What I did was I pulled the top card in, so the light card and the shadow card. And what I got was actually the 9 of Cups. The shadow people I'm really getting are there to help protect him. So what he needs to do is be focused and be and there, because I got the 9 of Cups reversed. Okay. And this could also mean too, I'm wondering if, because I got the Knight of Cups, Knight of Coins. Okay. Which means I'm wondering if this isn't a poltergeist or poltergeists.
Is his wife bipolar?
I would like to know that. Deborah, is his wife bipolar? But and so this could be a poltergeists or poltergeists that are being manifested by the negative energy of his wife.
Probably the same page here. I think there may be an anchor in some sort of psychological unrest.
Yes. So here's the key thing. He needs protection. Send him love, light, happiness. Teach him how to center, put a white bubble, a light bubble around himself. Bring somebody in. Ask for the angels to draw close. They will be there. But I'm also getting that, that this could be, it also could be somebody's there to protect him too. But I'm getting that with the Knight of Coins, he or she could be actually manifesting this themselves.
Inadvertently through in their head.
Yeah. And I'm wondering if Danny has abilities that he hasn't confronted.
Or the wife.
Yeah. Maybe the wife has abilities.
Well,
I would really check into that. Deborah, if you can give us some more to go on here, and if you want to either book a session with Rocky, book a session with me, either or, we can go into a lot more detail rather than slinging a couple of cards and going from our gut.
Come out and say it first.
Sure.
Way, I am certainly agreeable that someone wants to book a session with both of us.
Yeah, me too. That would be cool. We can hook up, folks. We have the ability.
We have the tech
through Zoom and things like that, or you could book through me, book through Rocky. She calls me and we set it up and we could do a 3-way. So we'll figure that out. We'll figure that out.
Post that wrong kind of website, please.
Yes, exactly.
So move on because you would...
Okay, there we go. Gillian's calling me to move on. You and I got sucked into that one a little too long. So my producer over here is like, get off your ass. Let's go. There are other people out here. Paula, good evening. I always ask a certain person to send me a sign when I need a pick-me-up. Okay? It always happens. Is it really coming from that person or just coincidence? My thing is, if you know you need a pick-me-up, it's you needing to take control. Okay? That you're looking for somebody else to tell you to be happy, Paula. Guess what? That just X. That is within you. That's one of the things Rocky and I teach people. It's one of the things we talk about on Tarot with an Attitude. Those happiness and all that feeling that is there, you can reach it. You can feel it. You can attain it. We're always looking. I don't believe Rocky, you tell me what you think. I think one of the largest diseases known to mankind at this point in time is not COVID. It is codependency. We need other people to make us happy. What do you think?
I think a lot of people do feel that way. I've had the pleasure of personally meeting Paula. Hey, Paula. And I have also been someone who has experienced severe emotional loss through the death of a loved one. And I was adrift for a very, very long time. And in my experience, I would always say, please, something, anything. And for the longest time, there was nothing. And then I started to see things, feel things, smell things, however you tune in. And I'm going to respectfully go on and say, I agree that codependence is a bad thing. But as far as when you have a deep connection with someone in life and you find comfort in connecting after they've passed, and I think when you ask for a sign and you seem to find it, that's something to take comfort in. I don't think it's a crutch. I don't think it's other than, rejoice in the connection.
But I want you to realize, too, that a lot of times those things we see, you want them so much, you're actually experiencing you manifesting what you need, because at that moment, you have focused all your thought, your energy, and everything into what you want. You want it to be there. And what you're missing is we can do that at any time with a lot of our stuff. So, Paula, yes, there can be signs from people. They can be real. But at the same point, also, you can manifest things yourself. And you may be manifesting some of those signs because you need them. You believe in them. You want them. So take that and start using that same, when you get in that, I really need a sign, and I don't see you blatantly just sitting back, give me a sign, I'm supposed to be cheering up or whatnot. You mean it. And when you think about the depth of the sincerity, when you're asking that question, now take that and move forward with it and start manifesting things in your life that help you get beyond those things, because we're not supposed to stay there. Grief is real. I will get into the clinical thing. People used to say grief is, there's 7 steps of grief. First there was 6, now there's 7. But guess what? They're not 7. Now we call them phases, because you don't go through 7 steps and then it's gone. Grief will always be with you. Grief is always there. It morphs, it changes, it comes out. There are days that things are going to hit you very hard. There are days things are going to hit you about somebody with grief that make you smile, that make you laugh. This is all part of grief. And a lot of people turn to alcohol, drugs, food, different things to hide from grief and feeling pain. Guess what? We're supposed to feel it. We're supposed to learn from it. We are emotional beings. That's what we're here. Okay? So, but keep in mind, take that sincerity when you're looking for those answers and move that forward. I hope that helps. Where are we going next, Gillian? April Jones Carmen. Same question as Cheryl. New company. Okay. Rocky. April. She's going work with a new company and wants to know if this is something she can count on or if this is just a blip on the radar. Let's do Rosie. That was the grandma.
Right.
Okay.
But if you're in this one, we'll come back to it.
Okay. So same question for April. What do you see for April career-wise?
I see it's what she makes of it.
Okay.
That as a cop-out, as something vague like, oh, it's what she makes of it, It could be, because that seems like very non-committal. The thing is, it's what you make of it. You're kind of going to find yourself at that Robert Frost crossroad, road not taken thing.
Yeah.
You're there about 6-7 months, and you're going to say to yourself, I could do A or I could kind of do B. You're going to be presented with sort of a pathway that splits. And if you take the road that's less taken for better term, I think that's where you're going to really carve your niche in this.
And let me tell you something. Yes, you are at a place, but it's a tree, and you are going to be grounded there, but you're not going to keep the same job. There are going to be other opportunities open up for you, and you're going to have to decide where you want to take them. This card came up upside down, so there are going to be other opportunities. You're going to have to decide which way is best for you. If you look, everything looks the same, whether it's upside down. The roots mimic the tree, okay? And it's grounding. Figure out what you want, know where you want, and this is a very big ability for you to shape this career, and you decide. So, April, yes, a lot of this is going to fall in your court. So, there we go. I heard somebody, what are you pointing at? Okay.
We're at 1 hour.
Oh, we're at 1 hour. I don't care. We're going on. More sangria.
So
Give me my
go back
sangria
and
back.
revisit Ocean.
Okay, Ocean.
Because we got sidetracked, and actually Ocean pointed out that we talked a little bit, but we didn't actually get to the root of it.
Okay. So let's go back. Let's take this over and pour me some more sangria, please. Matter of fact, folks, this is how serious I am. I brought my own ice. So let y'all know, Jay, if you're still here, buddy, call me in the morning because you may have to pick me up in the studio. Gillian makes a killer sangria. Again, guys, marry a bartender. Okay. Marry a freaking bartender. It's awesome. So, Rocky, let's focus on Ocean. I don't want to cheat anybody here, and evidently we kind of skipped over her. And Ocean's one of my regulars and faithful, so I want to make sure. What do they want her to know or look forward to? So, where are you at with Ocean?
She's got a creative thing that she's kind of like, I don't know if I can do this. I think I'm gonna have. Have you got a creative opportunity, Ocean, that's sort of like something you've always wanted to do, but you're not sure you can pull it off? Or if you have the confidence, are you contemplating maybe starting some kind of a creative endeavor? Or I get this very creative vibe. What are you pulling on your end, Rob?
I was just trying to figure out the cards, and so while in passing over them, I am going to use the angel cards, the archangel cards, and we are going to go there. And for those of my people that are here from my morning show, Barefoot Bangarang Tribe, Bangarang. Make sure you're saying Bangarang tonight. Live, fly, be free, paddle on. Okay? It's just that simple. And I'll explain that later. But here we go. As we pull the tribe for Ocean, I'm looking at Ocean. I'm seeing what's going on. Ocean, I'm going to ask them to come see you. Rocky, pull the spirit box and see if there's a message that comes through for Ocean. And I want to directly ask that question. Is there I'm getting a very strong presence here. Are you? Or what are you getting? I'm asking my wife because I trust my wife. So. For Ocean. Does anybody here want to talk to Ocean and through the spirit box? Go see Rocky. Talk into that box.
What's our
Rocky,
Ocean?
What's that?
What's our message for Ocean?
Yes.
Who's Violet?
You're asking her who's Violet? Ocean, does the name Violet mean anything to you?
Violet.
Yeah, I've heard it twice now.
Violet.
Yeah, Ocean, let's talk about Violet. I'm going to pull a card here, okay? All right.
Doesn't know Violet.
Doesn't know a Violet. So that very well could be one of your spirit guides. Violet is a spirit guide. Is what I'm seeing. And what I'm seeing is I pulled the World. Archangel Michael card, a very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Violet is there to help you make sure you're achieving and walking your path. Maybe Aura. We heard Violet. So let's see, is Aura here?
No, she means her aura is Violet.
Oh, is your aura violet? Is that what you're asking, Ocean? Not getting anything right. What I'm getting, well, what's funny is the card is purple. Okay. So when we talk about violet, we have a purple card here. We have Michael, who is all about the archangel, and he's carrying a sword and wings. This is an air card, but the world, there's somebody here that wants you to be happy. You can soar, you can fly. Okay. You can bangarang. Okay. You can literally bangarang, and you've got to picture this, and they're wanting you to come through. And there are things that you need to manifest, and they are here to help you make those things come through. So that's what I'm hearing. So as far as who is there, now the message for you is just this. What I'm getting for a message, Ocean, let's go here for a message. 5 of Swords, okay? There's some conflict going on. What they want you to do is stand fast, okay? Hold your ground. There's conflict going on around you, or something that's fixing to happen. You make sure you stand the ground. You will come out of this as a victor. But this 5 of Swords is very heavy into understanding there's some instability, but it's communication and passion. You can win the battle, but make sure you're not winning it at what cost. You know, so what I'm getting here from this is the 5 of Swords is about standing your ground. All right, there is a conflict. Let the other people fight, and you pick up what's left. I hope that makes sense.
She's going to give them what they want.
Yep. Okay. So I meant energy. Yes. Okay. There we go. So, all right, Gillian, where are we going next? Whoo! I can't move my head too fast anymore, guys. Bridget, Bruce, my nose is going numb. That tells everybody that knows me anything. Okay.
Because you're.
What does Bruce say? Bruce, 3-way. Go ahead, put it up there. Woohoo! There you go. All right, there's my brother Bruce. Now, normally, folks, I want y'all to know. See this handsome guy in this picture right here? This is the Bruce I'm talking about that is our travel agent. I will trust our travel to no one else. I'm going to give him a shameless plug here, Rocky. Give me just a minute. This is the man when you're stuck in a city or you need your flights changed or something happened. This is the guy you want taking your battles for you on the phone. Trust me, folks, he will find you what's there. He loves what he does. Apollo Travel Orlando, Bruce Kaler, K-A-H-L-E-R. Ooh, okay. Maybe the sangria is kicking in. All right. So where are we at, baby?
So I think this is kind of cool. We've got some people who are joining us who are actually going around pulling cards of their own and using this as a learning as they're going.
Oh, good. Cool. We got some tarot readers that are using this for practice, Rocky. This is so fun, serious, and at the same time refreshing. Love it. I am pulling cards at home to practice. Excellent. You pull a card, throw something up there. Let's find out. So where do we go from here? Great. D King, glad you're in the house. Check us out, tarotwithanattitude.com. Every morning, 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. On YouTube, Tarot with an Attitude on YouTube. Okay, check us out there. Our website, the group on Facebook where a lot of these people are joining us from, Tarot with an Attitude. Folks, join. If you're on the Super Channel right now, make sure you find us and go onto our channels because we put things up that don't always go on the Super Channel. Make sure you're subscribing, but also make sure when you're done, grab that link and share it with other people. So where are we going here? So Bruce. Okay, before you have to go, I have to ask, how the heck are human bones ethically farmable? There you go. I'm going to go ahead.
People who donate their bodies to science, if you go into a medical school, you'll see skeletons all articulated in the corner. Those are real human bones. Eventually, they get a little older. They end up becoming museum pieces. and museum and science supply houses will send those. They'll just like a car, they'll break it up for parts. So, I am able to I obtain them fully legally from educational and science sources, and then I turn them into art and jewelry.
So that's awesome. And so, I mean, Bruce, that's a great question, because again, they've served their purpose, all they can serve in the scientific community.
I am not a crook.
Yeah, I am not a crook. I'm not a crook. And Rocky ships to 47 different states.
Yeah.
Ironically, what were the ones you don't ship to and can't ship to?
I cannot ship to Tennessee or Georgia, because Tennessee and Georgia, while it is legal to possess human remains, it is illegal to have them cross state lines, with the exception, of course, of when they bring home bodies from overseas, etc. But as far as commerce, no human bones cross lines in those two states. And Louisiana, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Oh,
Forget about it. All right, keep going. We're gonna roll. Are you good, Rocky? You want to just keep rolling for a while?
But if somebody brings me a drink.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, there's a subtle message from Spirit. He's like, oh, Spirit told me. Yeah.
We have
Spirit, to get your ass in here with a bottle.
and diet ginger.
There we go. So the Kathy, welcome. Glad to see you here. Who is helping me? Rocky.
Who isn't helping you?
Kathy, you're coming in late. So we've had a lot of wine and sangria. The wine and the spirits are all mixing together. So who isn't helping you? Kathy, you have a lot of people around you. Is that what you're saying, Rocky? Because I'm picking that up too.
I'm saying that two things, two parts.
Okay.
There are a lot of people around. Some of them are frustrated because, and I'm sorry, Kathy, I don't know you, but this is what my guides are telling me. You have a lot of people around you giving you a lot of signs and a lot of advice. You ain't taking none of it.
Okay.
Who is helping me? Everyone, but you're not listening.
Who would be in your life that would simulate balance? This is the person that's trying to come through and say, in all things, balance. This is the architect of the person that's whacking you in the back of the head and talking about. Who do you know that would be preaching balance to you, Kathy? Okay, that would be my question. Go ahead and pipe it in down at the bottom. We'll get to it when we get back to it. I'd love to see you. We'll take it further, okay? And one of the things they're trying to tell you, I'm just going to cut a card here real quick, okay? There's conflict going in your life. Let other people fight it. We got 5 of Wands from a different deck, okay? Listen, still your mind. Let things happen. People are trying to talk to you. Stop fighting it. It's okay. All right. But Kathy, that would be my question, is who's trying to tell you, who in your life or who is there that is saying balance? You need some balance. You need 1 foot in the water, 1 foot on the bank. Where are we going? That's what I would say. So throw your answer up in there. We'll find it. Gillian, where are we at next?
Let me put one for Kathy real quick.
Okay, you go right ahead.
Rejoicing in the present.
Very nice. Which deck is that?
This is the Halloween Oracle. This was a gift from my love, and he gave it to me for one of the last delightful gift-giving holidays.
There you go.
And I have found that it has been very, very in tune with me.
Okay. I can't imagine why. So, Cheryl, if it gets quiet, is it ever, Rocky and me and Gillian in this on the same thing, is it ever going to get quiet? Probably not. Okay, if it gets quiet, I'd love to request a direct shout out from someone on the other side. Okay. Rocky, tune in. Let's find out. I'm
just a shout out to Rocky. Yes, Cheryl does remember her and love her.
Cheryl does. Oh, is that what Cheryl's saying? I thought she was talking about, yeah, Cheryl does remember you and love you. Okay. I thought she was looking for shout out and I was getting some mail.
It's a whole different shout out.
Okay.
But this is. she's
Oh,
our
okay.
girl, and we're all liquors.
Okay. We're all what?
Never mind.
We're all liquors. Okay. Tarot with an attitude. Take what you leave. Take what you want. Leave what you don't, folks. It's getting kind of crazy in the house. So,
Cheryl, hey, just first for Cheryl. Hey, it's been a long time. Would love to see you again. Hope you and yours are well.
awesome. So,
Wow.
a shout out from the other side. I am getting a very male presence.
Oh, fuck, not me.
Huh?
Not
What
me.
are you getting?
Oh, girlfriends with me. She's like I believe my favorite description of this woman was she was a freight train draped in silk.
Okay. All right. I can see that. But I'm talking about a shout out from the other side. The other side, somebody shouting out to Cheryl.
And it
So-
said, first of all, Rocky, what the fuck? Okay. First words, Rocky, what the fuck? You know, they're all doing their own thing. My daughters are all doing their own thing. Thank God they're all independent now.
Yeah.
It's like hypercritical. It's the Fae.
Okay.
He knows who I'm talking about. It's the Fae.
Okay. It's the Fae?
Wrong.
Okay. All right. Bridget is in love with the Fae. And I'm learning more and more and more from Peggy, from Bridget, from my wife, things like that. The Fae are kind of new to me.
Not
And
the Fae.
oh, the
Felicia.
oh, okay. The Felicia. Okay, gotcha. All right.
For
All
Cheryl,
right.
Horace, Gil, whoever. Why the hell would she come through me? I think she liked me.
No, she liked you, but she's there. But you got to figure this one out because the Felicia's still there.
Yeah, the Felicia's still alive. Trust me, the Felicia is still alive. Okay. Now she loves me. Okay, but the
We love
Felicia.
Pete. And so maybe Pete's trying to get the Felicia, but
Now,
the Felicia is not
could be the
going.
Pete,
She's
yeah.
or she's afraid of that dimension.
Felicia lives. Okay.
But there's the thing, and you can all go say crazy wrong. Felicia's a really, really strong force of nature,
Oh my God.
Yeah, she
right?
is.
Yeah.
Hello, she's
She
a
is-
the.
Prize of many levels here and not here.
And folks, for those of y'all just tuned in and you don't know, this is Felicia, my mother-in-law. Okay. That's what we're talking about. The Felicia. Okay. So we'll move on. But Cheryl, one of the messages I'm getting for you, and you asked about your job earlier, the shout out from the other side is new beginnings, new things are taking shape, and new things are manifesting for you. They are coming to light. They're coming to fruition. This is something you're going to be able to start new and enjoy the piss out of. So that's whatever the shout out, wherever it came from the other side, that's what I'm getting. Okay. But Felicia loves you too. Okay.
Why is
So
Felicia like two people? I'm not being funny. I'm not being weird. There's like, was she a twin and only one survived or something weird like that?
She's a Sagittarius, so she's crazy.
okay, according to my wife, Felicia, her mother, not me, folks, is a Sagittarius, and so therefore she is batshit crazy. I added the batshit in; she just said crazy. So yeah, there could be two personalities talking to you.
Woman, and I'm still not 100% sure she likes me, but I bet you're not 100% sure she likes you either.
No, not 100%. She
She's
tolerates
going
me.
through some stuff, so I can see where she
All right.
could be transmitting some stuff.
Let's grab some other
Hold on
stuff
to
here.
Lori.
Okay, Lori,
We've got some
it's
questions.
almost Valentine's Day. Lori, got any love messages for you?
All
All right, go ahead.
Yes. You need to love you first.
That's what man, I'm glad you said that. Love yourself first. So I'm going to go to the circle of life for you, Lori. That's this deck. It's all circles. And we are, Bridget's laughing her ass off at the Felicia. But Lori, let's seriously. So are there any messages for Lori? Let's ask, okay? Are there any messages for Lori? She needs a love message. One of the things is make sure you're loving yourself, okay?
That's huge. I
It's
actually,
massive.
full disclosure, I know and love Lori.
Oh, okay.
Lori,
Lori, you're about to take a new emotional journey. Okay. I got the One of Cups. All right. So you've been sitting, notice the shell here. You've been nestled into the sand long enough. It's time to move. Some things are coming your way. They're not there yet. There are love messages. You're open to them, but you also notice what we have here is a beautiful woman diving into the sea and actually going into this beautiful nautilus. Okay. Ones are about new beginnings. Cups are about the subconscious and the emotional. Lori, something is coming your way. Love is coming your way. Dive in, enjoy it, know it's there, immerse yourself in that love, but also notice this woman's by herself. So, what Rocky said, love yourself and immerse yourself in your own love. And there's somebody shortly or something following in its footsteps.
and
So, I hope.
see me soon.
What's that?
And I told her, I said, and come by and see me soon. We'll play it out with the cards.
There you go. There you go. Folks, I cannot express enough how much the Darker Art Studio, Tarot with an Attitude, you need to, throw them both up there. We're going to take a little bit of a break here for a minute. These readings we're doing are great, okay? But they're not in depth. They're like flybys, and we can go into so much more detail if you reach out to Rocky, if you reach out to me at tarotwithanattitude.com. Reach out, go to us there. We can, if you go into more in depth and give us some time, we can really break this down for you. We're having fun tonight.
Yes.
But I need you to understand, okay, it goes deeper than this, and we can take this a lot deeper for you. So,
and even though we both read separately and both do video readings, so wherever you are, we can get to you separately. We have also, and we got it on, video, we're also totally amenable to working together.
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. All right. So let's get back here. Where are we at?
All right, we had one actually up here. Let me find him. D King. This
D.
is the
King.
who was reading the person who was reading along with us, and is just asking for you to see if you can get
A shout out from the other side as well for D. King. D. King, let's see what we've got.
Who is it?
What's
And-
that?
It's a reader.
D. King's a reader. So he is reading along with us, doing his own cards. Let's see what we've got, he or she. Go ahead, Rocky. I'm like trying to figure out. All of a sudden, I'm getting a message to go to the chakra cards for you. So let's find out. Go ahead.
Who is Edward?
D, who is Edward? Start looking at that. Who is Edward? Rocky's getting an Edward. Let's crank up the spirit box again. Let's find out. Edward, are you here? Help. Wow, I got a very strong presence on that when I said, Edward, are you here? Holy crap. Edward, please. Rocky, hold the box up so the spirit can, if they're here, I feel like they're here with me. Go through and talk into that box. What do you have for D? D King. So let's see what we've got. Not getting anything. All right, so for some reason I was being pushed to go to the chakra cards. Wait a minute. Rocky, if you got something, go ahead, because I'm getting very confused. Something is like driving me to a different deck, and I'm trying to figure it out.
It's because Edward doesn't believe in any of this.
Edward doesn't?
D King does not know who Edward is.
D King
It
doesn't.
could also be somebody who D King doesn't know.
And it could be somebody that D doesn't know and is a guide. And that's kind of where I'm going. So, okay, yeah, I'm going to go here. All right, go ahead, Rocky.
Edward is also with Chris.
Was somebody named Chris?
Correct.
Okay, because it was a very thick presence I got here, almost more than this person was like, yes. Let's see what's going on. So,
yes.
all right. All right. So D, if you got anything on a Chris or Edward, I'm really feeling this. These are guides. I'm
Yeah.
really feeling these are guides. Yeah, could they be two people together? Because what I got is the archetype on Edward or whatnot is the strength card. This is somebody that is here to help you, but there's a little butterfly floating in the background. It's somebody to help you make sure you are transforming in the right way. You're stilling that spirit, that beast inside, okay? But you're transforming, and they're here to help make that happen. And in this deck, it's the 11 card, which means 11 comes down to 2, which is talking about a relationship. So this person that is there is telling you there is a beast inside of you. Make sure you are in control of it. So D, I'd love to know how this is ringing home for you. But there is also the moon. The moon is like hugely illuminating something for you that has been hidden. Something is coming to light for you. And that's what I'm seeing. It's being hidden, and it's time for you to transform.
Who's the person with the addiction?
Oh, D, is there a person with addiction? We'd like to know. So let D answer. We'll go on to some other cards while we're doing this or other questions. And so we are going on 8:30. So we'll fire the shot across the bow that maybe another 15 minutes. We'll see how it goes. If people come in, we'll see what happens.
Just trying to go back.
Okay. She's looking for some more.
We hit all the questions. We got some responses from people.
Okay. Let's see some of the responses.
Hold on. So, Kathy,
The Kathy, my mother who passed recently.
when you all talked to Kathy,
Okay.
that's what you said, but it came in after the fact.
All right. So that was her mother. And we were picking up grandmother. So that's why it was coming up. But she was almost like a very, Kathy, I'd be interested to know, was she's like the patriarch, okay, of the family? Is that what's going on? Because Kathy, that woman came through very powerful. Very, somebody like she led the family, or she is leading with knowledge.
Definitely the patriarch, yes.
Yes.
All right, so D.
Matriarch,
King
I guess.
said
Did I
love
say
the moon as well.
patriarch? Matriarch,
Yeah.
yeah.
So D King is actually being incredibly responsive. D King, love the moon as well, and
Husband. Okay. So that's where, okay. Yeah, there are some things coming there. It's time to transcend. It's time to move forward. There are, you have to tame. Go ahead, Rocky. I'm going to go here. All of a sudden, I need to pull a healing card for D King. We are going to D. What I'm getting for you, my dear, is absolutely, wow. Yeah. Are you angry about something with your husband passing, different things? Anger hits you. It's okay. Quell the beast. Move on. Okay. Transcend. Your husband's okay. Your husband is okay. There are things. She asked what things kind of went by me there real quick. Okay. So for D, what I'm getting here is, wow. Remember I said there's some healing? Look at what I got. Receive healing. It's one of those things where, yeah, there's been some huge pain for you. It's time to heal. Things are good. Things are okay. I'm really getting that this person that is with you or comes by you is trying to tell you it's all right. It's okay. So that's where we're going from there. So where are we going now?
all right. So
All right, there's Terry. What's Terry? All right.
talk to Terry.
Have a birthday on the 16th. Anything exciting? Wow. What year? Terry, I want to know what year. But the 16th, so we are in, so this is February 16th. 216 would be an 18. A 1 is about new beginnings. 8 is about mastering your life. Bring them together. You got a 9. You're probably very good at getting some things culminated. And on this day, it might be a good time this year to bring some things to a close. What do you got, Rocky?
the person that you haven't seen in forever and forgot about is going to come out of a woodwork.
There you go. I love it. I love it. Bangarang.
You have all this. Look at the numbers. Look at how things are going. You're hitting a stride. What's going to happen is, and I find this happens with a lot of us, and I think we can all relate. When you hit a stride, suddenly, all of a sudden, your light will be like a beacon to all these weirdos you had in your life before. As soon as you start doing well, as soon as you start, doing your thing and you're feeling comfortable in your own skin, somewhere somebody's going to come out from some fucking rock and come out and just, just
All right.
oh, how you doing?
There you go.
That guy's going to come out. He's going to come out. You're going to find that you run into people in the next couple of weeks for your birthday and subsequent merriment that you haven't seen in forever. Enjoy the adulation. Enjoy the little trip to Nostalgia Town. Leave it there.
There you go. Terry, 1965. 1 and 9 is 10, 16, 21. 21 is a 2, which is partnerships. 1 is that new beginning again. 2 and 1 is 3. You're probably very good at getting people to work together. 3 is the triumvirate number. It is the sign of perfection. So when you add those and you take a look at that, that is where we are at. Things are going to come out of the woodwork for you, and things will always happen for you because you're going to be looking at collaboration with more than just a partnership. So let's take Kathy. Kathy could be my grandmother, but my mother was a very grounded, balanced woman. Thank you. Regardless, not sure how to balance myself. You two are not the first that have told me I need balance. So let's ask that question. I am going to ask straight up. Let's ask, what does Kathy need to know about getting balance? And folks, with that, we are going to make this our last question. Okay. I think it's a good time to cut off. Because right now my wife's got to drive the fuck home. Okay. It's just the way it is, but I love it. And this has been so much fun. Rocky, I love you. We have just had a ball. Please tell folks about it. Share the channel, share different things. Make sure you share the link. Okay. But Kathy, could my grandmother, okay. The first that have told me I need balance. Okay. What does Kathy need to know about finding balance? So, Kathy, we're going to answer the question for you right now. So I'm going to ask Rocky. I think she's already looking at some cards. What does Kathy need? Okay, you're not? You've already got it? Okay, got it. Okay. Make sure, and Kathy, Rocky, go ahead and start, all right? And I'm going to pull some cards about what you need to know, and we're going to see where we go from there. So this is for Kathy. Go ahead.
The balance thing. I want to say your grandmother is where I'm getting a lot of this from. What the balance thing is that as women, and I'm no different. We have relationships, we have home and hearth, we have work, we have a lot of stuff going on, plus our own pursuits. I want to say your grandmother is sending you a small but sincere warning about balance, is that you're going a little too far away from the home and hearth. And that doesn't necessarily mean, it's work. It doesn't mean that you're focusing on a relationship and you shouldn't. It just means you need to kind of start from the very beginning.
Wow.
From the middle and work out.
I'm going to show you the cards I pulled, and this is going to chill you to the freaking bone. The first card was the Ace of Wands, reversed. Wands are all about passions, dreams, goals. You have so much you want to do, so much you want to accomplish, things you want to begin. The Shadow card, reversed. All this is pointing inside of you, Kathy. You can become victorious, but you got to get your shit together, get one thing done before you you're getting too many things ahead of each other, so therefore nothing's getting done. You have a lot of dreams, you have a lot of goals, you have a lot of desires. Your balance is prioritization.
A little bit of spiritual triage, if you will.
Yes, exactly. So you get these great, fantastic ideas. You get these things and you want to move. And then you get another idea and then you want to move. Okay. Kath D, what I want you to do is start with one, and you need to start a notebook. And when you get new ideas, did you get the other idea first? Does this idea tail or tag off of the original idea? If it does, you still have to make things line up. You've got all these wonderful ideas, but you're not getting anything across the finish line. You can, okay? But you're blocking it because you're so focused on passions and dreams, you are forgetting to let things ride and stay focused. Steady wins the race, okay, is what I'm getting for you.
Don't forget to see the forest for the trees.
There you go. There you go. So, all right, with that being said, Kathy, nice hats. Jasmine, this was fun. Thank you. Yes, it was. So, again, one reminder, if you'll go to the banners, please. Darker Art Studio. That's where you can reach Rocky. That's where you can find her artwork. That's where you can schedule shows. That's where you can schedule. Cheryl already told me I'm cut off. Okay.
Readings.
So you can schedule readings and things like that. Cheryl, you're right. I'm cut off. Okay. But one of the things I want you to know, and folks, I am not driving. I promise. I am not driving. My wife will drive. But one of the things I want you to realize is Rocky and I will work together. You can reach me through tarotwithanattitude.com. It's just that simple. You can hit me with messages there. I don't mind answering a couple of quick ones, but if they're going to go in depth, if you start into 2 or 3 paragraphs, that's a sign you need a session with Rocky, me, or both. We will work it out, okay? And we will figure it out. Also, check out my HempWorks site. The HempWorks to me has transformed my life. I love this. I have no caffeine in my life other than every now and then I have some unsweet tea. But I've been able to get my sweet tooth under control. And I don't think it's the HempWorks. I think the HempWorks is making me self-aware. Okay. So I listen to my body and I listen and I finally let things talk. So Rocky, you got anything you want to end with?
Yes. Quick little aside to Jasmine.
Okay.
It is who you think it is.
Okay. There you go.
So going to be with you. Now I know Jazz knows me. She and I are going to talk a little bit later in the coming month, in the coming weeks. So, but yes, it is who you think it is.
Okay, cool.
And I would love to work with you again, both on and off camera. Again, go to darkerartstudio.com, and you can also book an appointment with Front Porch Tarot. Email me for custom work, readings, whatever you'd like. I'm happy to help.
Awesome. So, folks, with that being said, here's what I want you to do. Yeah, click on there. When we end, I always tell people, take what you want. Leave what you don't. It's okay. But I want you to leave having been touched by some peace, love, and light. God bless you all. Have a great evening. And we are out. So I'm going to just do this, and everyone be safe.